Hey everybody, so here I am. This is the RP1991 Delta faucet model. I've had a leak on this bad boy for a while. For the last week and a half to 2 weeks, I tried buying some of those Amazon seal replacements. Just the packs, because I didn't want to buy the cartridge again, because the cartridge is like 20 bucks. But did it, and the seals kept on getting pushed through the cartridge. So as you can see here, I bought a new cartridge again off of Amazon, and the ones on the top here come with the cartridge, and these are in the big seal packs. As you can see, this one's a lot larger, it's a lot taller, it's bigger in diameter, and the spring, as you can see, the spring is bigger and it's beefier if you look from the side. So I think that's been my problem with the seals on those new ones that I was trying to replace going into the cartridge hole. What I mean by that, it goes into the holes on the diverter here. I don't know why. I think it might be because the springs are too big and these are too large and it's just getting caught in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this apart and start replacing it, and I'll be right back. So I just use a little screwdriver, put it in the little, there's like a little chip right there out. So I just push it in there and pop the cap off just like so. Almost got it. There we go. So the cap comes off. Do this with one hand. I take my screwdriver, you just unscrew this screw, just like so. I've already cut my water off, so water is already done. Gotta make sure you do that. Coming out. Here we go. This just pulls right off, like so. And to take this off, I used channel locks. Just put her around and just on the retainer, just counterclockwise, comes off. And this pulls right out. Like that. I've had mine out a few times trying that package of, like I said, seals, and they didn't work. So mine came out pretty easy, but you can usually grab the stem. If you're replacing it with a new cartridge, you just grab the stem with some pliers and you can just work it out. If you don't want to destroy the stem because you're going to keep it, then you might want to put the knob back on after you take the retainer out. The retainer, you just stick this back on and you can help jiggle it out, but they come out. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull these out. You can just use a little screwdriver. I put mine in the other way to try to keep it from leaking until I got my new cartridge. So I'm gonna pull those out and I'll be right back with you and we'll start replacing. So like I said, just take this little screwdriver, pop it in there, and come right out. Should come out like that. So now what we're gonna do, try to let this clear out a little bit more water. We're gonna take our new springs, this is the old pair I had. We're gonna take the new springs and seals. First thing we're gonna do, before we put everything back together, is take a little silicone grease, waterproof kind, and we'll just make sure we put it all around the seal on the outside and the face on both of them. Then we'll stick them back in there. And then I also like putting a little silicone grease just on the face where it rides, so like right around these holes and across the top, and that'll prevent it from getting stuck on the face of these. Alright, I'll be back to you. So I took a little silicone grease, as you can see, put it on the top and around the outside. Already put the first one in there. It's already been, it has the silicone grease on it. It's really hard doing this with one finger, but yep, just push it right in the hole, get it seated, and then work it in there, make sure it's not catching. Let's see here. Oh, that should be it. Come on now. There we go. And as you see, they're both in there. If it doesn't pop back out. Alright, there we go. They're sitting in there. And we're going to go ahead and put her back together just like I did. We'll throw the new cartridge, which is here. Put a little bit of silicone around the outside of this O-ring and a little bit on this face, and then we'll stick it back together and hopefully she won't leak. Be right back. Alright, I don't know if you can tell, but I put some silicone grease on this face here that's going up against the seals. So we're about to install this and put a little grease on the O-ring as well. So my hot water's on the left, the cold water's on the right, and I like going through the cold water prior to having hot water come out. So I'm going to make sure my notch and how mine turns. My notch goes over here so that when I open it, it goes through the cold water to get to hot water. This Allen screw right here, so like if your water heater is super hot, because you like hot water, you can screw this in. So if you had kids, you know, using the shower, you could screw this in and it would be like a temperature control on this one faucet in your house. So since I don't have kids using the shower, I have it all the way backed out. I'll go ahead and insert this in here. Make sure it goes straight in. Don't try moving it yet. You want to make sure those seats go all the way in. So that's in there. We're going to use this retainer. Put that on there. Move that all the way in. And you don't have to make this super tight. You can just put it in there hand tight. That should prevent it from leaking. As you can see here, it's cold, and then all the way back to the left is hot. So go ahead and stick everything back together and give it a shot. Now you can go and cut your water on and give it a trial prior to putting the screw back in it, but it really doesn't matter. You're gonna have to try it anyways with the knob on. You can just slide the knob back on and try it like this. So you don't want to take the screw back out, but it really doesn't matter. So hopefully she'll stop leaking. Be right back to you. Alright, cut the water back on. I'm gonna try sticking this back on here. I'm gonna try opening it. See if it works. Alright. Well, the water works. Yeah, it works. It's all the way closed. See, she stops dripping. That's water still coming out of something. Still a small one. Let's see if the water will stop leaking out of there. Give it a second. Alright, well, as you can see here, because I did something right. So that's how you do your, I guess it's called the RP1991 series, or that's the stem replacement. But I'll go ahead and I'll put in the link below the video. You know, as I said before, I tried buying these replacement ones through this Amazon pack. It had like 30 of them, but I don't know if these were just, the spring was too strong, or the seal was a lot bigger as well, like the hole. I think they were just the wrong series, even though they called it a universal pack. What would happen, as you can see there, it's all black, and that was from just the week of having these in here, and it started leaking again. And then I tightened it, And then what happened was the seal was going into the hole of the diverter, and then I couldn't close it off. So I'm going to see how long these last, and I'll get back to you. But when I replaced it the first time, it lasted a year, and then I'm having to replace it again. But if you find new seals that will actually match, that you can buy off of Amazon. Otherwise, I just bought this pack from Amazon as a replacement. And this is the exact same one I replaced last time that lasted a year. So we'll see how it goes. See you next time. Hangry Angler out.